So,
very disheveled.
you know, usual
For here. What's up with this coos?
Some fucking business.
Coos.
On a strict need to know, Lieutenant. Buy yourself an iron.
Right, he needs that. He needs something. But we look dusty.
Ready? There been some discussion with Carmela.
She didn't know you were a girl.
Well,
You know, a woman.
yeah.
Excuse me.
Right.
A doctor. Woman doctor.
Why did it take you so long to tell her?
Most legit people I know, they'd go 100 miles out of their way not to make eye contact with me. But you didn't flinch.
Maybe she was like a gangster in her past life. Bro, wait, hold on. Bro, this money is hilariously fake. Look at these $5 bills. Look at them. Like specifically the ones near the bottom. Right? Hilariously fake. Look at the $10 bill. I don't know, bro. There are a lot of like really good companies that make prop money, but for some reason lately the shows we've been watching have been using terrible prop companies. Terrible. Specifically these here, the ones that are here at the bottom. These are wild.
Are you paying someone for this game?
To be honest, you don't want that money. It's fake, bro.
Party's over. Junior Soprano is the new boss.
These guys today, they want to be buried on a jogging outfit.
Bro, I don't think he's gonna last long.
So how's your,
Acting like this.
what's your oldest boy's name?
They said the current world so much that his head was bashing on the rocks for days before it even came up.
Bro.
And meanwhile, what's this motherless name?
Something tells me we're gonna know him, guys. We're gonna know him.
I'm happy for you, Junior. I know how long you waited to be...
Bro, if you guys give me like some type of nasty scene between these two individuals, I'm gonna stop watching this. I'm telling you, don't do it to me, please. I don't want to see nothing like that. All right, I'm just gonna be honest. Okay, if that happens, because it smells like they're very close to each other in very inappropriate ways, bro. I don't want to see it. All right. I don't want to see a single scene unclothed, okay? That suit fitting scene was a bit much, bro.
Hey, boss.
Tony.
What is the matter?
Your wife, Tony.
Konis Connolly doesn't want to stand up.
Connolly's tired.
If you were a dildo, we wouldn't be fighting.
What does that mean? Are you fucking refugee? What does that mean?
A lit candle. You threw a lit candle at him.
Yeah, same to you.
Check on the candle, bro.
You burn me.
Check on the candle. What?
Child's play.
Bro, are those drawings on your arm or tattoos, bro?
Your father was a fair man, Tony.
Okay.
What's that got to do with Junior?
Junior's not so fair.
Actually, sometimes I wish you'd just get the fucking point.
Tell
What'd
him.
he do?
Tell him.
How much does he want?
500 large, plus 2 points monthly on my shot.
500.
All right. Let's do me a favor. Sit tight for now. Let me think about it for a while.
Tony, I love you, cannoli.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Go back to sleep.
Sure you're all right?
Nothing in me said that was like a thing, but I guess it kind of makes sense. You're seeing her a lot nowadays, right?
It's our anniversary, Tony. Ours. Not yours, mine, and Johnny Sachs. Ours.
And like the preacher guy too, right? The priest.
Here I was thinking maybe we could get a room at the plaza like last year, or... I don't know. I don't...
Add him into the picture. He has a doctor on his mind. No doubt. Obviously.
Oh, I'm sorry. I usually have my answering service on when I have a patient, but I have a car emergency. Yes?
Okay. Car emergency.
What does that mean, diagnostic? No, I want to get a second opinion. I'll take my chances. Thank you.
Listen, I'm sure Tony knows a guy who knows a guy. All right?
Yep.
I'm almost positive.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. How's it going?
Good.
Tell her about your dream.
Real good.
Tell her
As a
about
matter
your
of
dream.
fact, I think I may flush the medication, you know? I'm having a
Reaction?
Crazy dreams?
side effect
Okay.
from the stuff.
Oh.
We talked about that when you started.
No.
Some
Oh, I get it. Okay.
people get insomnia, others stomach ache or headaches, but it usually passes.
His
Are
cannoli
there
is
any other
working.
Side effects?
Okay, so we know it's not a physical problem.
Let's
That
put
was
in
a
here for
great
the credenza.
process of elimination right there. I mean, that's why she gets paid the big bucks, guys.
You want to tell me what's going on?
Yeah, bought some furniture.
I shouldn't expect to see the Statue of Liberty again if I did that. Look,
That's
Tony,
not funny.
Cash
That's-
isn't only a friend of
It's
you
just
guys.
not funny.
He's a friend of ours. Subtle. Because after all, that affects Tony as much as Hesh.
I'm not out to hurt anyone.
God forbid I get in the way of someone earning.
I mean, to randomly demand like 500 from somebody? Bro, what are you talking about? You're not out to hurt people? Like, what happens if he doesn't come up with that? Yeah, bro, you're out to hurt people. That's a crazy number. That's a crazy number.
Mr. Soprano.
But I'm saying maybe you could wear a nice business-like outfit. I think I could get into that.
You want me to dress like a man?
No. He wants you to dress like the doctor.
No, you fucking whack. But Carmela can be very sensitive.
Well, maybe she felt it degraded her. Not all women are into sexy lingerie.
I'm not talking about dressing like that.
Then what are we talking about?
Like
Some
you.
women are sexier when they dress simple. You know?
Bro, almost all of them are. All of them. Overwhelming majority. All of them. Right? Like the more like body is shown, the worse they look to me.
Understated. And I don't mean...
All of them.
Fuck it, I don't know what I mean.
It's like, bro, you want the world to see you? Oh, okay. That's good. Congratulations.
Like you.
How like me?
Exactly.
You play
like
it down. Not loud. Sweet sounding. Like a mandolin.
Tony, I'm sure this has to be some type of mental condition, bro. I'm almost positive, right? I mean, you fall in love with the person just because you see her all the time, bro. This is just like the doctor, you know? You can't just do this.
Anthony.
You're about to embarrass yourself. You're about to embarrass yourself. Bro.
All right.
Bro.
See you Tuesday.
She's gonna be gone. No. You just embarrassed yourself, bro.
New. It has everything but the price tag hanging from it.
Bro, she's starting to put things together.
I'm gonna give you a break. I'm gonna give you a break.
No, you know he's
When I
not.
toss you over. When I toss you over, if you could.
How much you give me?
Not enough. Not enough. A $100 bill.
We all agreed to let Junior have his day. Let him be the lightning rod, and when lightning strikes, God forbid, and somebody goes down.
Right,
It's
it's
not a
him.
young man with a family. You remember this? We all agreed.
I mean, something, anything should trickle down over here, no?
All we want you to do is talk to him. After all, he's your uncle.
He's not going to listen.
Come on. That's right.
He doesn't even like Tony.
Right.
He doesn't even like him, bro.
Millie? Millie? My son.
Handsome.
Bro, she rolled her eyes and turned back around like, bro, I don't care.
Oh,
Next door. There it is again.
What are we listening for?
That's enough water. How much water does she need?
Oh.
She runs the water all day.
Uncle June been by?
Oh, once in a while.
All the time.
It makes him uncomfortable here.
He's got a lot on his mind. It's not a business that forgives bad decisions. And I hate to see him making wrong moves, you know.
Well played. Because obviously he can't speak to his uncle, right? But yet he fully is aware that somehow the mother is involved in some matter with the uncle, right? I think he understands that aspect of things. So, of course, if you want to actually reach to the source, who really is controlling Junior, even is her, he knows that. Well played,
the
Tony.
game.
What are you telling me? Tell him.
Yeah, all right.
You got his ear. He listens to you.
I could deal with the Gumas. I knew I was better than them. And as stupid as it sounds, I viewed them as a form of masturbation for him. I couldn't give him what he needed.
Oh, so you're fine with all this. Noted. So I will stop caring that he is doing all these things right now going forward. Because if you're completely fine with it, all right. But I don't think he's fine with it. But either way.
With the Gumas, I knew I was better than them.
Okay, noted.
You admit to accepting his dalliances in the past.
Ski food sauce, they meant nothing to Tony.
But you said it was like they were lightening the workload.
Yeah, that's exactly what she said. So again, yeah, Tony, go do your thing, bro. High five, I guess, right?
I love you.
Let me start here. I know this may be very hard for you to swallow, but you're only feeling this way because we've made such progress.
What?
I've been gentle. That's my job. I listen. That's what I do best. I've been a broad, generic, sympathetic woman to you because that's what this work calls for.
So you know the cheat code to make a man fall in love with you. Does every woman know the cheat code? Because that's basically the cheat code. Like, if you knew that, you can basically, yeah, right? You run the world. So if you know that, why don't you act like that? Large scale. Ladies, at least. Let's continue.
You're making me out to be some fucking mama's boy. I'm a man.
Hey. I'm a mama's boy. I know it. Okay, but it's not on any weirdness. Stop playing immediately. All right, I love my mother. Okay, if she called now, I would stop recording. I'm telling you, right? Nope, don't no. You're making it weird, bro.
I'll see you next week.
This wasn't a good idea.
He shared his wealth, and all his people loved him.
He said that fucking times. I heard it. His people loved him. What fucking point?
He just told you the point, bro. You're an idiot.
You remember the story you told me about the father bull talking to the son?
Your uncle may turn out to be another Harry Truman.
What's that mean?
Well, Truman had a big job thrust upon him. He didn't want it, but in the end, he made some pretty wise decisions. So who knows?
That's a beautiful animal.
Your uncle may turn out to be the right man for the job.
So gave Jackie the cancer, God rest his soul. Boss, who needs it?
I mean, and probably copious amounts of like alcohol and like a super high sugary diet.
No problems, no 100 questions, no guilt.
What was wrong with you? Say it.
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Exactly. You know what you're talking about.
So Junior whacked up my money and kind of spread it around, huh?
Yeah.
5 bosses, 50 a pop. Not a bad day's pay.
Yeah, I can definitely tell you right now, he could have definitely afforded that 500.
Still, I wish it wasn't your money. The Melfi. There's nothing there, you know.
You don't have to call nothing, Tony.
Yeah, all right.
think you should.
You do?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I was jealous.
I should have told you
Oh,
this.
wait,
should
let me
be
finish
jealous.
telling.
Come, you're not just in my life.
You're the mother of my children.
You're my life.
John.
Okay.
Why does this matter?
Taught me as much as anybody. Except for maybe my father.
Wow. Well, okay. Well, this is definitely a brand new angle that we're going to be encountering, yeah? Yeah, guys, I definitely cannot wait to find out exactly where this story goes now. So the entirety of the show, we've just been following the criminal angle and never actually the law enforcement angle. I expected this most likely to come in at some time. I'm glad it's coming in now. Let's see what actually happens. I'm sure it's going to add a different, completely different dynamic to the show itself. Now, him and the doctor? I didn't really see that coming at all. I don't know, maybe at some time they'll actually get together because, Tony, I guess. And basically how the show flows, like it's so chaotic that I do believe that most likely we're going to at some time encounter something like that happening, bro. Yeah. And the fact that the wife basically just does not care that he's completely, doing all this craziness in public, that's another one I did not expect. I thought she was, not happy with that, but she's completely like, blah, whatever, I don't care. But all right, listen, guys. If you guys do want to see the full-length reaction, it is on Patreon at the 2nd tier. And you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. Down neck.
Don't backwash.
1, 2, 3.
They're terrible. Terribly drunk as kids. That's what I'm guessing. They're terribly drunk as kids.
Sorry, Mr. Messerschmidt.
That is not okay.
Kick out, boys. What's going on here?
They're drunk.
Come on, stand up on your feet. Let's go. Come on.
They're drunk children.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Is that alcohol on your breath?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
On his shoes. On his shoes. It's not funny. Drunk children are not something to laugh at, bro. It's not something to laugh at. It's not funny.
Give me a cell. I gotta call Carmela.
Why don't you have a cell phone,
You sure it
Tony?
was them?
They were drunk in gym class. Byron Barber vomited all over the teacher.
He's very sorry,
I
Father.
mean, bro, that's the whole bottle.
Hagee, and he's gonna be even sorrier when he gets home.
Anthony, why don't you wait outside?
Sister Patricia, his art teacher, thinks he shows strong skills and spatial orientation.
Okay.
But the thing is, though, and it's not just this one incident, weighing consequences.
Where do you get that from?
At times doesn't think before he acts. Of course, to be sure, we'll need to give him a thorough evaluation.
All he needs is a whack upside the head.
If he's got an illness, it's an illness, right? You would hit somebody who's sick? You'd hit somebody with polio?
I'm not sure it's the same thing, bro. And listen, so I was definitely diagnosed with Asperger's, like, when it was still called Asperger's, and then now I don't know what it's called. Whatever. I don't pay attention anymore, right? But like my parents, like, specifically refused any type of special treatment or medication. Okay, I don't know if that was a good idea because that could have made me the way I am right now, and I don't know if that's a good thing neither. Right, looking at the world as either this or that. That's kind of what it is in my head. And obviously, I'm not making a comparison to ADD because it's not really much of one, I don't think, right? Or ADHD, whatever. None of these things, right? But the thing is here, my parents refused. There was no special treatment. There was no go seek therapy, none of that. Listen, you are going to be thrown into situations that are going to make you uncomfortable until you're comfortable with them, basically, right? And I would honestly tell you, I can tell you the difference between me and another cousin of mine who has Asperger's. We are very different, okay? the different medication and like constant therapy made versus someone who, like me, for example, who's never had that. He can't really deal with people. Like, I mean, I can deal with people, but I don't like dealing with people. But I can, right? Yeah, I may be a little bit quiet. Like me being in person, I may be a little bit quiet, specifically if I don't know you or if I've like not known you. I'm unnecessarily quiet. Like I'm not a small talk type of person. I wouldn't call myself like a social deviant. Like they're trying to say he has ADD because he, took some wine, right? I don't know. He's a young boy. What else is he gonna do in school? That's basically how that looks to me, at least, right? But I would personally say just force the kid to be put into situations that make him uncomfortable until he's comfortable. Right? My opinion, obviously.
You hit Anthony?
Nobody gets hit in our house. Not exactly my idea. I don't know what the world's coming to if you can't do a little parental on the kids every once in a while when they step out of line.
Oh, if you want to know where it's coming to, look at the kids right now. Right? You want to know what this cultural shift caused in society? Look. Look right now. What is this, 1996 or something like that, guys? Look right now, 30 years later, basically. Look, this is what gentle parenting has given us. Okay? This is what it has given us. What we see on TikTok and these terrible Gen Zers and Gen As. Oh yeah. Yeah. I have two Gen Zs and one Gen A. Okay? And oh my God. Just be glad you weren't raised like in the 90s and 80s. Listen, all of that nonsense would have been taken out of you. So in some way, all right. In some way, it would have been taken out of you. Okay. But all right.
I practically lived in that vice principal's office.
Could we not, please?
Well, you only remember what you want to remember.
I see we're eating pasta in the correct manner. All right. Spaghetti.
Yeah. Well, I must have had another son who stole a car when he was 10 years old.
No. And you are not going to sit on that internet either. And every day, you're going to ride your bike over to Green Grove Retirement Home and visit Grandma.
Oh, that'll be nice.
It's not fair.
Oh, I dare you. What? I mean, you listen, you got up and pushed that chair a little aggressively. Let's have a conversation about you apologizing to the chair. All right, you don't own nothing in this house. What do you own in here? Nothing. How dare you? How dare you? I wish that would happen in my house, bro. I don't get any excitement, guys. Okay? I just don't get any excitement. Not like that. All right? I want to see examples like this in my household. I want to see it. Once.
Something happened on that college trip?
Yeah.
Happened. Like what?
That.
I don't know. She seemed peculiar when she got back.
Like that, Tony.
What do you mean?
If he's got a disease, why'd they tell me to punish him?
I'm not sure
Doesn't
it's
that sound
a
like
disease,
bullshit?
bro.
ADD is a controversial subject.
Is it a disease or is it a way for these psychologists to line their pockets?
Whoa. Relax.
Many children can really benefit by professional intervention.
He got in a little trouble.
We're not going to get into
So
that.
you don't consider his behavior out of the norm?
No. You know, if he's got this thing, we'll deal with it. If you have polio, we deal with it. You pick up the pieces and you go on from there.
ADD.
So that's what we're gonna do.
I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of the lipstick color choice. It's not my business, though.
Anything else you want to say about
I'm
this?
just gonna point that out.
How old are you?
I find it interesting that it took you so long to tell me that you had a girlfriend.
How are you doing with it? Look, I gotta ask you one more question about my...
Tony, you obviously know she's an elderly woman, right? You obviously know that. So by you pointing out that there may be someone else in your life that is like 24 years old, right? What did you think that was going to come from that circumstance that you're putting, the whole, you're putting everyone in right now? It's a weird one, bro. Like, why would you do that? I get it. Well, how about this? You're trying to make her feel a certain way, but I don't think she cares that much, right? I mean, she's, your therapist or psychologist. Or, guys, I don't know the difference. Again, I'm just going to be honest. The person who you tell all your business to, right? And if it gets too spicy, they call the police. That person, whoever that person is. But all right. Okay. I don't think she cares that much, bro. But either way.
You think I should go easy on him now or press him a little harder?
Nah, press him harder.
Well, that's difficult to say.
Press him harder.
Maybe figure this out.
Like, who else in the world is going to allow your son to act like this once he becomes an adult? No one. He's a man. He's held accountable for every single thing on this planet, consistently. So, I don't know. Like the concept, like the stereotypical concept of be a man, right? It's like you have to take accountability for every single thing in your life, right? I mean, you're I guess, considered more manly when you actually take accountability for your actions, right? So, you're going to have to make sure that your kid understands kind of some of the facts of life, I guess, a little bit better. Because obviously, if he's acting like this in school right now, how will he act when he's an adult? And as an adult, he'll just end up in jail with like 20 to 30% more jail time. So he's going to have to teach him to understand how the world works. Right? Not what people say, right? Just what like the judges actually do. So teach him that. Teach him that right now. But either way. Listen, bro, I have to tell my young son, you're not going to talk to my wife like that, okay? The other day, just be fully aware, like you're not going to talk to my wife in the manner you're talking to her. You're not doing that, right? Lower the tone of your voice when you speak immediately. We're not doing this around here. You're not going to disrespect my wife, but she's my mother. She's my wife, all right? And nope, we're not doing that. Stop that right now.
I was thinking about fucking Jefferson Airplane this morning. How about that? 1967. Maybe think about my father.
What about him?
First time I ever saw him whack shit out of somebody.
What made you think about that?
Jefferson
Something
Street.
to do with my son, I think, what's been going on.
Why did your
The street the bus was driving down was Jefferson Street. So I'm guessing this is what the correlation in his mind.
father whacked the shit out of some guy?
I never saw him do something like that. Don't start talking to me about legitimate business. What about chemical companies? Dumping all that shit into the rivers and they get all these deformed babies popping up all over the place.
Valid. Listen, Tony is, slightly smarter than he lets on. I'll be honest. Like, he's dropping a couple of, like solid gems here. He understands what's going on around him, actually, completely, but yet he is, Tony Soprano, right? Like, he fully grasps it. All right.
And who do we blame our daughter on? Straight A student, National Honor Society, featured soloist in the choir.
Yeah, this isn't going anywhere.
Like father, like son, right? What about daddy's little girl? What about you? You and your Uncle Lenny, that old bots. My son's got that in his gene pool. Do I blame you for that?
If it helps you.
I think you won that conversation, bro. That was a couple of valid points here.
She had a stroke. Now half her brain is gone.
Whoa.
So, what shall we do? What shall we do?
What?
Let's see. Let's play Scrabble. That's nothing but a racket for the Jews.
Dad goes.
He does not.
Yes, he does.
He does not.
Yes, he does.
Bro, old people say, like, the darndest things, right? I mean, and a lot of it probably just has to do with the era they were kind of raised and born in, right? A lot of the times. But What? Okay. Right. Because obviously, over time, more information comes out and less ignorance kind of persists. And then you hear someone who literally doesn't care about being canceled saying things, and you're just like, whoa. Right? But all right.
And this is how he repays me.
Dad, what's that noise?
Noise? It's a flat tire. I asked you to clean those nails out of the driveway. What'd you talk about? Anything interesting?
Let's get him between me and my therapist. You know, he told me I didn't have to say anything if I didn't want to.
That's what we pay extra for at that school?
Like, I could not imagine, like, my kid doing this and then thinking that some random nobody has the ability to make any decisions for my kid except for my household. I could not imagine that. Right? I would be looking at taking my kid out of whatever situation that is. Like, if you think that the kid that I'm raising is going to be able to go to some type of therapist and then not explain, and then them not come home and have to explain every single thing that was said and done to me, not happening, bro. Homeschool immediately. Telling you. I do not play that, and you are not allowed to have any influence over my kid. None. Zero. Your opinion means nothing to my kid or me, specifically when it comes to my kid. It does not matter. It doesn't matter, right? I do not allow weakness. I don't raise weak children. That's going to be a no, bro. I don't want the weakness from the person that is talking to them to basically influence my kid, and then my kid now becomes weak and like pitiful. No, we're not doing that, bro. I can't. I refuse, bro. Now we're having a meeting immediately with that person who interviewed my kid.
Anthony, the other night at dinner, this guy is a stone gangster, and he's got 3 kids. 1 who graduated and 2 who are going to Villanova.
How do you account for that?
Then you got Leopold and Loeb. They cornhole and murdered this kid for fun, and their father was a successful businessman, a millionaire.
Bro, stop saying, like, names.
Do you hold your father responsible for what you've become? That something was going to happen in your family? Is this the terrible thing?
No.
Look, if you know something, like, please. You don't want to be dot head.
Why were you
Oh my God. Buddy.
What are you doing? I'm getting in the car. Why? Where are you going? Someplace?
Yeah.
Dad, where are you going?
That is crazy.
Can I come too?
Your mother wants you to help her get the screens down to the basement.
Oh,
that's a wild one.
He never does anything wrong. She's just perfect.
You're driving me crazy!
No, I'm not.
She said what?
I don't like her. So all of the information, right, that I've gotten about the mother since the beginning of the series here, now seeing exactly how she was, dealing with her children. Oh God, that came out of you. That's what you're doing? Like that. That's okay. Wow.
She was high-strung, my mother, very dramatic. And every night to her was a night at the opera.
I could stick this fork in your eye.
Oh, but what?
She wasn't going to do it.
What happened?
Holy shit, that's why I'm remembering all this.
Looting and sniper fire along Springfield Avenue continue, with Mayor Hugh Adonisio now...
It's like, yeah, I see all this crazy warlike activity going on. Let me go ahead and send my 8-year-old kid out to play. He can go play. Just take a bat with you. Bro, what do you think this 8-year-old is going to be able to do? You should have kept the kid inside the house at this very specific time. You can't go outside today, all right, for your safety. But I guess if she was the type of mother to threaten to poke the kid in the face with, I don't know what, like a meat fork, right? Then I get it. Makes all the sense in the world. Yeah, I think all of your problems come from your mother, and I think your mother's response, finding out that he's going to therapy, she knew that. You couldn't take your son to this. No, you couldn't take both of the kids. You couldn't take both of the kids.
You're under arrest! Stop!
No way. No way you're firing like that with kids behind you. No way.
Under arrest. All right.
Like behind the target.
Guy's name was Chicky Sasso.
You're the ones that are in here doing some type of mafioso activity. Okay, that's why. Right? Like, stop pushing the blame onto someone else, right, or some other community. Yes, and look at what you're doing. If they're doing craziness, they'll get caught up.
What did he do?
They didn't do anything. They just pick on the Italians.
Oh, yeah.
Still, in my heart, I knew my father was no freedom fighter.
So
The victim, that play the victim role.
he went to jail?
Didn't he just beat him up in the middle of the street?
The man your father beat up was the same one who was congratulating him?
Yeah, one of them, Rocco Alatorre.
That's why.
Why did they arrest your father?
He was in violation of his parole. And what difference would it make? You said so yourself. It's in the blood. It's hereditary.
She didn't say that. You said it was genetical. Right? Those were your words, sir. You did that. But all right.
You think that everything that happens is preordained? You don't think that human beings possess free will?
I'm not sure you can think that, then at the same time be religious.
You are what you are.
Bro, I was completely raised on Long Island, New York. And if I legitimately did the exact things that everyone else around me was doing, they would still be there. Because I can count the amount of people that I grew up with that are still there versus ones that left. Probably on one hand, right? You don't have to. You have decisions. You can decide to stay exactly where you were born for the entirety of your existence, or you could decide to live in Sri Lanka. Okay, but all right.
You know, they moved to Nevada. They're billionaires now. Oh, that Rocco Alatorre, he was a real go-getter.
Didn't Dad want to go with him?
Your father? No. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Hi, please, sit.
She is.
I know you're probably eager to hear the results of our testing.
Not really.
How's Anthony doing?
Good, I think. Don't you think so, Tony?
That's a sickness, to fidget.
Mr. Soprano, it's one of 9 possible symptoms.
Bro, get up. Get out of this office.
What constitutes a fidget?
A case.
Oh, he's not a case. He's a 13-year-old boy. That's the trouble with you people. Every time you see a problem, you turn it into a disease.
Give him medicine that gives him side effects. Then you can give him more medicine for the side effects that have side effects, so you can give him more medicine for those side. Do that immediately.
He's a kid who made a mistake.
Well,
and
get
he's
out
gonna
of
pay
here.
for it.
Get out of
But
here
he's
right
gonna
now.
be fine. You're sad and you're angry because you did something stupid and you got grounded. And you can't watch TV. You're playing a fucking computer for 2.5 weeks. It's gonna stay like that.
It isn't fair.
It's
Got
fair.
that right.
Didn't this man wasn't he just working out? He didn't wash his hands, bro. You letting this man touch your food? He did not wash his hands. Like, I understand if you want to be slightly disturbing, let's say, to your own food that you're putting into your body, sure, great, amazing. But this man got up from touching whatever he was touching. Then got the toppings and then sprinkled them on his ice cream. No. I'm throwing it away. I'm throwing it away, bro. All right, this show's amazing. I love it. I love the whole energy. I love the flow of it. I love the writing, right? I love how scenes do not really need to be witty, right? But they actually end up being it, right? This is definitely an incredible show. The fact that this is so old, right, is interesting. Right? It's intriguing. Like, how did I miss this era? Like, I'm sure this feels like I'm watching Game of Thrones. That's what it feels like. It doesn't feel like we're watching like something else. It just feels like that level of like cultural moment that I just completely missed. Right? It's crazy. All right. It's absolutely nuts that I missed this show. I feel like an idiot, okay? Because this is like just completely in my wheelhouse. It doesn't make sense. But I apologize to the whoever made this. I apologize for not experiencing this when this was on TV. Well, I guess, hold on. Wait 1 second. I don't think I could have. As a matter of fact, wait. I think that's probably not a plausible thing, actually. Like, I would have loved to see it, right? But I'm not sure I could have. When did the show come out? Like, I know it was the 90s. Like, for example, the first time I saw like a rated R movie I was like maybe 19? Guys, just so you understand, just so you fully grasp how 1999. Oh, nah. I was like 13, 12. I don't know, bro. 11? No, it's like 12. Turning 13, I think. Because I remember when Y2K was a thing. I remember hiding underneath the table because I was scared to death. I didn't know what was happening, right? Because they were kind of, gassing it up that it was going to be something crazy. But I remember that like vividly. So I was probably like 11, 12 when this was on TV. Yeah, I would have never seen this. This would have never been in my household. And because it's like Italian, like mafia type thing, my father would not have allowed this. Like specifically this. So yeah, so that explains it. But I'm glad I'm catching up now, right? At least. But all right, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. And if you guys would like to see the full-length reaction, it is on Patreon at the second tier, all right? I'll catch you guys later.